Hello and welcome to the Microsoft Megabyte for March 10th, 2022. I'm your spasmodic host, Brian Gavados, and what I have for you today is a very clear, very focused overview on what one of the most valuable things Microsoft makes really is, which also happens to be one of the most misunderstood things that Microsoft makes. So what do you think that could be? All right, let's find out in, like 5 seconds. We've heard feedback from many users who confess to being more than a little bit confused by what, yes, Microsoft 365 is, what it includes, what it replaces, what it does, who it's for. Is it the same as Office 365? Does it come with all the Office apps I need? Okay, we can address this problem right now plainly. In fact, if you give me just a few minutes, I promise you'll have a clear foundational knowledge of what this ever-evolving product called Microsoft 365 is. Okay, here we go. Let's start here with these 3 words: Word, Excel, PowerPoint. Yes, Microsoft 365 includes Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. Oh, and Outlook. Oh, and if you're on a Windows PC, it also includes Publisher and Access. So just to quickly recap though, Microsoft 365 includes the powerful Office apps that you've been using for years, but that's just one part of the story. Okay, let's focus on Word, Excel, and PowerPoint since those are, generally speaking, the 3 most commonly used Office apps. Well, those apps do more with a Microsoft 365 subscription. Let me rephrase that. Microsoft 365 unlocks premium features within those apps. Oh, so you want examples, do you? Well, let's do it. In Word, Microsoft 365 unlocks features like Editor. Editor picks up where spell check leaves off. You just tell Editor what kind of writing style you're shooting for, like casual, professional, formal, that kind of thing. Then Editor assesses your writing in terms of, yes, spelling and grammar, but also in terms of clarity, conciseness, and even inclusiveness. You can review stats on your document like readability or passive sentences, and then make adjustments based on recommendations from Editor. Isn't that extraordinary? Editor is like having an actual writing assistant sitting next to you as you create and write. You don't get this feature when you buy Word as a standalone app or when you buy it in the Office 2021 suite. You get it with Microsoft 365. Okay, so what about Excel? There are so many advanced features in Excel that we could spend an entire episode on it easily. But what I want to focus in on is one of that most people can relate to: money. Yeah, it's a feature literally called Money in Excel. This premium feature lets you securely link Excel to your financial institutions to sync your transaction and account history. And from there, Excel will dynamically update your financial data, provide reports, provide insights, and even offer recommendations for paying off debts and maximizing your money. So like if Editor is like having a writing assistant by your side, Money in Excel is like having a financial advisor by your side. That's why these are premium features. Okay, let's move to PowerPoint now. This, in my humble opinion, is where some truly next level magic lives. Microsoft 365 unlocks so many advanced and truly groundbreaking features in PowerPoint that it becomes difficult to just zoom in on one. Yet I must. So I'll tell you a bit about design ideas. Oh my goodness gracious, design ideas. Imagine for a moment, okay? Picture this. You've just been assigned by a teacher or maybe even a manager at work to create a quick presentation that's due tomorrow.
Just throw something together about the importance of LED lights for energy conservation.
They tell you. Yeah, it's always just throw something together with this person, isn't it? Okay, so what do? Well, launch PowerPoint, start with a title slide. There it is, a blank title slide. Then add a couple slides with some simple takeaways, maybe insert some photos of LED lighting, possibly create a couple bullet lists of the benefits of low energy consumption. Oh dear. It's just not looking very thrilling, is it? Flash over to the alternate universe in which you have a Microsoft 365 subscription, and you simply head over to one of your, let's face it, basic looking slides, and you click on this little button called Design Ideas in the top menu. Okay, what happens? Well, magic happens. PowerPoint uses cloud intelligence services to figure out what you're trying to communicate on this slide. It uses the images you've already inserted, plus it'll recommend relevant icons, professionally designed themes, semi-transparent video backgrounds that are all relevant to, in this case, lighting and energy, since that's what your presentation is about. It just figured that out, by the way, all by itself. It shows you dozens and dozens of options that all take advantage of your intended point, your intended message. I'm not kidding. Your slide looks like it was designed by, well, a designer in a matter of seconds. This is just one of the many features in PowerPoint unlocked with a Microsoft 365 subscription. So we know Microsoft 365 includes all the Office apps you need, and that those apps do more than they would do otherwise. Is that the end of the Microsoft 365 story? Well, I'm glad I asked that rhetorical question to myself, because the answer is a resounding no. The year is 2022, so we have to talk about cloud storage. Microsoft 365 includes a full terabyte of secure OneDrive storage for each user. A full terabyte each. Maybe I'll pause here for a second just to remind you what the two primary versions of Microsoft 365 are for consumers. So number one, Microsoft 365 Personal, which is for one user and can be used across their various devices that are signed into their individual Microsoft account. Okay, so that's just for one person, Microsoft 365 Personal. Then there's Microsoft 365 Family, which is up to 6 users, each with their own Microsoft account and password. So that means with Microsoft 365 Family, you're actually enjoying a total of 6 terabytes of storage, one per each of those 6 users. That is insane value. Now, I'm not talking about Microsoft 365 Enterprise, Small Business Editions, Education Editions. Those are all different and purchased through different channels. They're available and for each of those different use case scenarios, but I'm focusing in on what standard customers like me and you would walk into a store and be trying to decide between. Okay, so OneDrive is a critical component to Microsoft 365. It's cloud storage, yes, but it's also what keeps all your documents effortlessly in sync. It's what automatically backs up your photos and videos you take on your phone. It's what facilitates live collaboration for all of your file sharing needs. It's a big deal. It is safe backup and storage for all of your digital memories, and it's available across all of your devices. Now, here's one that not many people know about. Microsoft Family Safety. This is a service that anyone can use to help keep their loved ones safe online. Microsoft Family Safety helps create healthy digital habits like screen time limits, website filtering, app, game, video, age appropriateness. All very important for parents to have that peace of mind. Well, Microsoft 365 even unlocks something special here, location services. Yes, so if your family uses Android devices, Family Safety with a Microsoft 365 subscription allows you to do live location tracking and even configure location alerts. So you as a parent or guardian can receive notifications when a loved one arrives or leaves specific locations. Again, this is just unbeatable peace of mind. Alrighty, we've covered off on quite a bit already. Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and the other Office apps. Premium features unlocked within those apps. OneDrive cloud storage, Family Safety. Honestly, I can see why some people aren't clear on what Microsoft 365 is, because it truly is a lot of good stuff. Think about it. If you're paying for services like Life 360, Dropbox, Grammarly, iStock, Getty Images, then you're already paying for services that are similar to the ones included in a single Microsoft 365 subscription. So I think the final point to make here is that it doesn't matter what device you use. Microsoft 365 unlocks its productivity potential. Seriously, what do you use every day? An iPhone, a Galaxy tablet, a Surface Pro 8, an iPad, a MacBook, an HP desktop, a Google Pixel? All of those devices are fully compatible with the Office apps, either the mobile apps, desktop apps, whatever. They're all compatible with OneDrive features, collaboration, and the premium features you get with a Microsoft 365 subscription. So does that make sense now? Let's talk about a couple myths that I've seen floating around that I also feel like I should call out. Don't PCs come with Word, Excel, and PowerPoint? Okay, generally, they do not. There may be promotions or bundles available at different retailers, of course, but be sure to ask about Microsoft 365 when shopping for a new PC, because there's probably going to be incentives and possibly even more value added if you're buying Microsoft 365 when you're buying a new PC. Next,
Aren't the free productivity software options just as good?
Well, okay. Your mileage may vary here. I just gave you a small taste of the premium features unlocked by a Microsoft 365 subscription. I encourage you to go to office.com and explore them all, and then you'll be able to easily draw your own conclusions.
I use a Mac or iOS device, so I can't use Microsoft 365.
Well, I guess we did already just cover this one, didn't we? So we'll just leave it at that. So, the next time you find yourself wondering what Microsoft 365 is, just remember, it's apps, it's cloud storage, and it's premium features that are downright magical. Capiche? If you have any questions about this, never hesitate to reach out. You can follow more of our training content by heading over to drum.io. Yep, that's drum, like, a drum. Drum.io/expertzone. This is like a landing page where you can find all our resources and get in touch with us. So, hey, that's Microsoft 365 in a nutshell. I hope I answered some of your common questions and gave you some foundational knowledge about what this product and service really represents and why it's so valued by so many millions of people. So I look forward to hearing from you soon. See you on the next episode. Ciao. This has been the Microsoft Megabyte Podcast, a training tool for Microsoft field team members and sales professionals across the country, produced by Microsoft employees.